Another day in the life with your boy Sugar Man on that. Before we get into this video, if y'all haven't hit like and subscribe already to my channel, like this video, hit the comments, drop some halfway through or at the end of the video. Let me know what y'all think of the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now we're gonna jump into this video, right? So today's video, man, this is the last week for CDL school for me. I got 3 days and the test day left. We should have them big CDLs. I've been studying my pre-trip. I've been studying at 90, backing up. A little 45 on the, little rusty on the 45 back up. But I'm gonna get that together. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 hard days, and for the first little couple hours, I'm gonna go in today, and I'm going in, and I'm full time too. So I got 8 hours today. So for the first hour or 2, I'm gonna go right in, and I'm gonna do my pre-trip inspection in cab. I'm gonna go over there twice each time, and I'm gonna go over it twice before I leave today, and then I'm gonna hit it real hard around the yard. And I'm gonna hit the road, hit it real hard, practice that, practice releasing the clutch and brake off the giddy up, and practice downshifting and clutching and braking to the stop sign or stop light, or wherever I may stop it at. It's been a long 30 days, man. If y'all haven't noticed and been with me, I haven't been bringing y'all in much because I've been a little rusty. I brought y'all in a couple times, but I've been a little rusty, you know what I'm saying? And I'm behind on footage too because my MacBook crashed. That's right, my MacBook crashed. So I'm behind on footage maybe some weeks. But I've been a little rusty. I haven't been really bringing y'all in as much. But for these last couple of days, I'm bringing y'all in with me. I'm definitely bringing y'all in with me. I'm gonna show y'all more, you know what I'm saying, with me on my CDL. But just to let people know, I sacrificed a lot. I shut my entire outside life down, and I had footage before I went in. That's how I was end up dropping for y'all. 30 days, Monday through Friday, 7 to 4. You know what I'm saying? When I get off, it ain't no time to do nothing really. Edit a video, pack a lunch, chill, relax, study, and that's it. I still was managing going to get a little footage for DigiScale for y'all, but as y'all see, that turned into some whole ordeal. Like, dude on crack, dude on drugs, bro. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. So, but you know, I wasn't gonna let that stop me or get in the way of my CDL. So I'm a guy that don't believe in excuses. So I still had to put little DigiScale to the side and finish the school. And it's my last week. I got one more payment. I'm paying my payment today. And the next 3 days are gonna be hit very hard to very serious. I'm not playing. I'm not playing at all. You know what I'm saying? Just for the people out there, the time is now. Don't wait tomorrow. Don't wait next week, next month, next year, later on today. Start now with your dreams, your goals. Start right now. Like right while you watching Sugar Man on that. Text whoever you need to text, call whoever you need to call, network whoever you need to network with. Knock on them doors right now. Don't wait. The longer you wait, the more it'll never get done. Put it off. It's never gonna get done putting it off. I don't deal with people who put stuff off. We ain't putting nothing off. We getting busy right now. You feel me? Get to it, my nigga. Don't wait. Whatever that is, whatever that means to you, get busy right now. Do not wait. The time is now, Jack. And get busy, dog. Chase your dreams, chase your goals, you know, do whatever you need to do. It was not hard for me getting up at 5 in the morning, out the house by 6, at school by 7. I haven't did that in years. I'm talking about years. I don't remember last time I was up at a consistent basis, just like get up. I'm usually 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Yeah, I'm talking about. Definitely. So If I could do it, y'all could do it. 30 days, a bag, and some sacrifices is what it took me, and some dedication. Paying attention, listening, learning, and some studying. It wasn't just all like that easy, but, you know, I even caught a ticket on my way to work, you know, my way to school. Trying to get to it, but, you know, hey, get to it, dog. I just wanted to tap in with y'all with a little early morning motivation, and I drop early. Real be telling me don't drop early, drop in the afternoon, but I'm dropping this early for my early birds. I got people that get up and go to work at 6. So I understand what he's saying, but, you know, I got people that's up. You know, I got working people watching my videos, people in them trucks, people at them warehouses, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people that watch my videos on the road. So when they up in there early in their trucks, they got them on their screen, and what they're doing is they watch them on their screen. So I drop early, you know what I mean? Shout out to all my people that's OTR, man, driving y'all trucks, hot-shotting it, on the road, doing deliveries, USPS, and trucking and FedEx and everything else. Shout out to all my people that's OTR. Get to this bag one way or another. It's still fourth quarter pressure. We still scratching goals off the list. We're not playing no games. At this point, Talking That Yank Volume 1 is out right now. Go stream it on all platforms. It will be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So you have go on YouTube and listen to it. It's on all platforms, dog. All platforms. That's iTunes, Spotify, whatever it is that you got, iHeartRadio, whatever. Go and stream that Talking That Yank Volume 1, dog. Definitely. It's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on Snapchat, all of that. You can tag it in the music, whatever. Tag me in it, Jack. Let's get this money. You feel me? It is fourth quarter pressure. Yes, it's like that in the fourth quarter. I just got me a little strawberry lemonade from Wendy's from yesterday. I had to water it down. It's too sweet. But I got that. I like to take the little breakfast sandwiches on the way to school. Put them in the microwave for a minute on one side, a minute on the other side, and they'll be right. So, I like to do that. Just to have some breakfast, something quick, something ready to go. A little water in me. Get it going, get the fluids pumping in my body out and time out. And other than that, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm gonna tap in with y'all when we get to school. It's definitely fourth quarter pressure. Y'all tag in the comments. Let me know which song y'all rocking with off the mixtape. It's your boy Sugar Man on that, Jack. Let me know. Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. Share this. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Your boy Sugar Man on that, Lydia Yin. And like I say, it don't cost $0 to support me. Hit that like and subscribe. Go on YouTube, view that album. You know what I'm saying? It's like that game. We have my steering tire, which is no less than 432 seconds of tread depth. No cuts, no abrasions, no illegal wears. This is my air valve stem. It is mounted correctly to my tire. My rim with the no cuts, no abrasions, no signs of leaks. There are no illegal welds on the front of my rim indicating air leak. There are no illegal welds. There are no bends or no cracks from the front or the back of my rim. Also, tires are not dry rotted. These are my lug nuts. They all seem to be present in working order. No rust, no shiny threads indicating a broke, bad stud or loose lug nut. This is my axle. It is secured mountedly with the proper nuts and bolts. There are no leak indicating a bad seal or a bad axle. Now, I'm gonna move up to my engine coolant reservoir. It is secured properly to my cab with the proper nuts and bolts and clamps. These are the hoses to my coolant reservoir. They're secured properly to my coolant reservoir in the truck. with the proper nuts, bolts, and clamps. They're fully pliable. There are no leaks. This is where I add coolant to my reservoir. This is where I check the line and make sure that the coolant is at the recommended line. And all the lines are pliable, like I said. This is my radiator hose, and it's securely mounted to my radiator. And my water pump with the correct nuts, bolts, and clamps. I see no signs of leak. The hoses are fully pliable. This is my alternator. It is securely mounted to the motor with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no bare wires. This is my water pump. It is securely mounted to the truck and motor with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no leaks. Both of water pump and alternator are both belt driven, and I see no less than 3/4 inches of, no less than 3/4 inches of plate in between the alternator and the water pump. Both of them are belt driven, and the belt is not frayed, damaged, or dry rotted, or torn. Now, on the back of my rim, the drums and brake pads are in place. Proper working order with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no leaks or rust indicating a warped drum or busted seal. This is my brake chamber. It is mounted securely to my brake chamber. It is mounted securely to my truck with the proper nuts and bolts. It is in working order. I see no damage. Attached to it is the air hoses, which is connected to the brake chamber with the proper nuts and bolts. They are fully pliable. I see no leaks. And the slack adjuster and push rod is connected by the keeper, which is, I see no more than 1 inch of play. On the back of my brake jams, my brake pads, they're in proper working order, proper nuts and bolts, and no less than 1/4 inch of brake pad on those as well. Really, with the proper castle nuts and held together by the cotter pins, I see no sign of damage, illegal welds, or bends. These are my spring hangers connected to the frame with the proper nuts, bolts. I see no damage. I see no bends or illegal welds. These are my leaf springs connected to my spring hangers with the proper nuts and bolts. Seems to be in proper working order. I see no bent leaves. I see no cracked leaves. I see none missing, and they're held together by the proper U-bolts and nuts, and seems to be in proper working order, and no damage or illegal welds on those. This is my shock absorber. It is connected to the frame and the leaf springs with the proper nuts and bolts. Seems to be in proper working order. I see no cracks or no shiny leaks indicating damage or a bad shock absorber. These are more hoses to my radiator, connected to the radiator and the motor with the proper nuts, bolts, and clamps. I see no leaks. The hoses are fully pliable. Also, I said alternator. I got my alternator, air compressor, governor, water pump. That was my starter. It's connected with the correct nuts and bolts, and seems to be in proper working order and no bare wires shown. I did rim over there, so I did tire. This is brake chamber hose. What's the name? Frame, and that should be it for my steering. Back of my frame with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no damage, illegal welds, and it's clean and clear of debris to prevent a trip hazard. My frame seems to be in proper working order. There are no bends, no illegal welds. They're all the bolts here to lock the cross members, which the cross members is present with the proper nuts and bolts connected to the back of the frame. All clean, clear of debris, no damage. It seems to be in proper working order. The frame and the cross members. Boom. Now, we have my torsion bar, which one right here, one right there, the other one is right there, going back sideways. They're connected to the frame with the proper nuts and bolts. Seems to be in working order. See no damage, no leaks, no illegal bends or welds. Also, we have my brake chambers. One right here, one right there. There seems to be connected to the frame, proper working order with the proper working nuts and bolts. Those are the hoses to my brake chambers. They're connected with the proper nuts, bolts, clamps. I see no damage, no leaks. They are fully pliable, and connected to my brake chambers are the slack adjuster push rod kept together with the keeper, which I see no more than an inch of play in my slack adjusters. Okay. Here is my drive shaft corrected with the correct U-bolts, nuts. I see no damage. I see no illegal welds. It is in proper working order. Okay, so teacher stopped me. He told me actually don't go to the trailer until you complete the truck, the rear of the truck. So what I'm gonna do is, these are my multi-purpose lights. They are red of color. They're mounted securely to the frame with the proper nuts, bolts. They're clean and clear of debris, no damage, no bare wires showing. Those are my shock absorbers right there. My shock absorbers are connected to the frame with the proper nuts and bolts. There are no sign of damage. There's no cracks and leaks indicating a bad shock absorber. This is the other torsion bars connected to the frame with the proper nuts and bolts. No sign of damage, no leaks or drips. There are no illegal welds. These are my airbags. They're connected to the frame with the proper nuts and bolts. Seems to be in proper working order. There are no cuts, slashes, or drips indicating a bad airbag. They are inflated, meaning they are holding air. This is my fifth wheel. The jaws are around the shank. If you look closely, the jaws are around the shank. There are no bends or illegal welds or damage on side of the kingpin. There are no light in between my fifth wheel. This is a fixed fifth wheel. It is connected to the frame with the proper nuts and bolts. There's no light in between my frame there's no light in between my fifth wheel and my trailer. This is the locking pin to my fifth wheel. It is in locking position, meaning that it's pushed in. It is in locking position. My fifth wheel is greased from top to bottom. That's greased. We are going to go to my splash guards. They're connected to the frame, proper working order with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no sign of damage, an adequate amount of space in between them. Going in here, these are my spring hangers, leaf springs. My spring hangers are connected to the frame with the proper nuts and bolts. See no sign of damage. Spring leaves are connected to the spring hangers with the proper amount of nuts and bolts. There are no damage. Leaf springs, missing leaf springs, or cracked leaf springs. The leaf springs are held together by the proper U-bolts and nuts. There are none missing, no damage, no signs of damage, no illegal welds. I'm gonna go to the back of my wheel. My drums and brakes seems to be in place with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no rust or leaks indicating a warped drum or bad seal from the front of my rim to the back of my rim to the front of my wheel. Dual tires. They are butted together. I see no sign of space in between the butt, indicating they're not all the way together. From the back of my rim to the front of my rim, I see no illegal welds, no dents, no cracks indicating a bad seal. The air is not holding any tire. My valve stem is corrected to my trailer. My valve stem is connected to my rim. There's no damage indicating seals with the proper nuts and bolts. The lug nuts are all present. No shiny threads, no rust, including a bad nut, nut or a broken stud. Axle seems to be in place with the proper nuts and bolts. No oil leaking and indicating a bad seal. The tires that are recommended 110 PSI. Also, I missed on the front. Those tires was recommended at 110 PSI. The depth are 232, no less than 232 tread depth. There are no cuts, erosions, or illegal wears or abrasions in my tire. This is my mud flap. It has an adequate, it is mounted to the frame with the proper nuts and bolts secured. There's no sign of damage. It has an adequate amount of room in between my mud flap and my dual tire. The same as adequate amount of room between my dual tire and my splash guard. I already got the drive shaft, air hoses. I got my torsion bars. I got my brake drum. I got my torsion bars, spring hangers, spring leash. I got my brake chambers. I got my air hoses. I got my fifth wheel. And I got my shock absorbers. I got my shank. Okay, cool. That should be it. All my air hoses. I got my drive shaft. And I got my dual tires. Now we are ready to move to the back of my cab. Now I have my, I did my hoses already, which I was supposed to do that after. Teacher just told me. Now we have my apron on we got the front of my trailer. The front of my trailer is no damage, no illegal wells, no dents, clean, clear of debris. We have the apron of my trailer. It is clean, clear of debris, no damage, no gouges, no dents, no holes in it. Also have enough room to turn up in here. Then I already said this right here. I got all of these coupled already. My emergency line hose, service hose. Both of those are fully pliable, connected with the glad hands in a locking position. Rubbers up to date, no bad rubbers. Same with my electric line, which is no bare wire showing. Connected to the back of my cab, front of my trailer. Neither of them are dragging the catwalk, clean, clear of debris, preventing a trip hazard. Here we have my amber light on my trailer, connected with the proper nuts and bolts and rubber seal. No sign of damage, clean, clear of debris, no bare wire showing. Right here we have my rub wheel from the front of my trailer all the way to the back. No damage, no illegal welds, no bends. Right here we have my DOT tape present from the front of my trailer all the way to the back of my trailer, clear, clean of debris, clearly visible. Under here we have my cross members. It is no missing cross members from the front of my trailer to the back of my trailer, clean, clear of debris, no damage, no illegal welds on them, and none missing. Right here we have my tie-down brackets. It's securely mounted to my trailer with the proper nuts and bolts, no illegal welds. They are present from the front of my trailer to the back of my trailer. Moving down, we have a landing gear. The landing gear in my mud flap has an adequate amount of room, the correct amount of room for turning, so that landing gear won't hit the mud flap. The mud flap is correctly mounted to me. The landing gear is correctly mounted to my trailer with the proper nuts and bolts, no illegal welds, no dents. It is in the upright position. The landing gear gearbox is correctly mounted to my landing gear with the correct nuts and bolts. I see no leaks indicating a bad seal. My gearbox handle is mounted to the gearbox correctly with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no illegal wheels, no sign of damage, and it is in the locking position. To the back, we have my air suspension and air suspension brackets mounted correctly to the trailer with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no damage. I see no illegal wheels. My lines are connected to the air suspension with correct nuts, bolts, clamps. I see no damage. Lines are pliable. I see no bare wires. My air gauge is connected to the air suspension with the proper nuts and bolts. No illegal wheels, clean clear of debris, so you can see the proper air. Also, this is my tandem locking pin. It is in the locking position, mounted correctly to the trailer. This is the locking pin handle. It is in the locking position. It's connected to the trailer with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no sign of damage. This is my torsion bar. It is connected with the correct mounts, mounted to the trailer with the proper nuts and bolts in the correct position. I see no sign of damage. Those, and if I look in there, those are my brake chambers. They're connected to the trailer with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no sign of damage. Ouch. I see no sign of damage. The slack adjusters, push rod, and are held together by the keeper, and I see no more than an inch. And no more than an inch. The slack adjusters, so my push rods and slack adjusters held together by the keeper, and they're no more than an inch. They're adjusted no more than an inch. Here are my dual tires. Once again, my dual tires are butted together. They're at the recommended PSI of 110 pounds of pressure. They're no less than 232 seconds of tread depth. There are no illegal tears, rips, or abrasions in my tires. In the back of my rim and the front of my rim, there are no signs of damage, no dents, illegal wheels, or cracks. In the back of my rims, the brake drums and the brake pads and drums are in place. No sign of damage. No sign of rust, no signs of rust or leaks indicating warped drum or bad seal. The brake shoes have no less than a 1/4 inch of pad. The front of my wheel axle seems to be in place with the proper nuts and bolts. No sign of damage or leaks indicating a bad seal. The valve stem is in place, correct. No signs of damage indicating air leakage. Lug nuts appear to be all present with no signs of shiny thread or rust indicating a loose lug nut or a broken stud. Moving on back, I'm gonna expect these tires like I did this one. Those are my airbags. My airbags are mounted securely to the trailer with the proper nuts and bolts. They are fully inflated. No signs of cuts, cracks, or cracks indicating a bad airbag. There's another torsion bar connected to my trailer with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no damage. It is in a correct working order. This is my other mud flap. Is connected to the trailer with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no damage. It is adequate amount of room in between the dual tires. Truck and trailer, that is more airbags. I always pick those airbags like I did those. This is my ABS light. This is amber of color, connected to the trailer with the proper nuts and bolts. No bare wires, no sign of damage, clean, clear of debris. This is a multi-purpose light connected to my trailer, proper nuts and bolts, rubber seal, clean, clear of debris. I see no damage. Red in color. And going to the back, this is my DOT bumper that's connected to my trailer with the proper nuts and bolts. I see no damage, no illegal wheels. Also, it has DOT tape in the correct position. It is clean and clear of debris. I see no damage. Moving on up to I would expect this side of the trailer like I did other side of the truck or trailer, and now I'm ready to move on to my end cab. And that is all for my outside. Oh yeah. Oh, I must go back. I forgot to inspect my wood from the front of my trailer to the back of my trailer. There are no wood standing up, no dents, no broken wood, no wood sticking up, and no missing wood from the front of my trailer to the back of my trailer. I forgot that part. Yep. And that should be all. I'm gonna get in the truck using my 3-point conversion, and my boy's gonna hold my camera while I do a busting. Get in my truck. Now I use my 3 points of contact to get in my truck. I'm gonna check my 4 safeties starting off, which will be my number 1, my seatbelt, make sure it's fully pliable, back and forth. And I will make sure there's no rips, no tears, no cuts in my seatbelt. I'll make sure it latches and unlatches correctly. My second safety will be my fire extinguisher, which should be my left. It should be mounted to the floor. Make sure it's up to date, mounted correctly with the proper nuts and bolts. The handle, make sure it's up to date. That's 2. 3, I'm looking for my passenger side for my triangles. Make sure they're up to date and all of those are in place and fully reflectable. My 4th safety will be my fuse and breakers. I will make sure those are in my glove box. Cool. Then next, I will make sure there are no more than 10 inches of play in my steering wheel. Going next to my end cab part now, I will make sure my windows roll up and down correctly on both sides. Then I will make sure my windows have no spider cracks. They're clean and clear of debris, nothing to impair my vision. Same thing with my safety mirrors are in place they are mounted to the cab correctly with the proper nuts and bolts. They are adjustable for my vision so I can see. There are no spider cracks and they're mounted correctly. Next, I will go to my horn, make sure my electric horn works, make sure my air horn works. I'll make sure my rear window has no cracks, clean, clear of debris, nothing to impair my vision. Make sure the rubber seal around my windows are not dry rotted and it's holding the window in place. I will next go to my end cab, make sure both of my lights work on my end cab. Then I will go to my windshield, make sure I have no damages on my windshield, no spider webs, no cracks, nothing to impair my vision as far as clean and clear of debris. Make sure my rubber seals got my windows in place and those are not dry rotted on my front window. Then I will go on to turning my switch on. And when I turn my switch on, I want to make sure my ABS light pops on and off to indicate that my ABS system is functioning properly. Then I want to try my heater controls to make sure my defrost work, heat and air work, and everything to defog my windows. Next, I want to make sure my air pressure is not at 120 because it will not kick the air compressor out as it's charging. Boom, now I want to start, I want to pump that down, make sure that's under there. Then I want to start my truck and make sure my air, fuel, oil, and electric gauges all raised at the normal temperatures, right? Now, we will be, so as my truck started up, I'm waiting on my air to get to 120 pounds of pressure for the governor to kick the air compressor out. Boom. So now that we raise and make sure all of those levels raised at the normal range.
Just forgot your windshield wipers.
Ain't that a bitch? So now I gotta make sure, wipers. Make sure my wipers go left and right. And I wanna make sure my rubbers on my wipers are not dry rotted. I wanna make sure my fluid in my wiper reservoir sprays out in a normal pattern. Boom. Now I wanna do my turn signals, left, right. I wanna also do my 4 ways. I wanna do my rights. Excuse me. I want to do my lights. I want to do my high beams, my low beams, and then left, right turn signal, right? And then Just basically after that, I'm gonna wait until my air compressor kick out. Now that my air compressor have kicked out, now that we know my governor kicks the air compressor out, so now we know that my governor and air compressor is working. So now what I want to do is I want to turn off my key, but I want to turn off my motor, but I want to leave my key on. And at this point, I want to make sure that my brakes level out. So now I want to push my parking brake in. My wheels are chalked already. I want to push my parking brake in and my trailer brake in, and I want to let my air pressure level out, which usually be around 90 pounds of pressure. So after that goes about 90 pounds of pressure, I'm gonna set my timer for a minute and 5 seconds. And when I set my timer for a minute and 5 seconds, I'm gonna hold the brake for a minute and 5 seconds and make sure I don't lose more than 4 pounds of pressure within 1 minute. So I'm gonna hold my brake, make sure I don't lose more than 4 pressures in 1 pound a minute. Okay, I'm listening for leaks. I shouldn't hear no leaks. That's how I'm indicate if I shouldn't hear no leaks. So if that's gonna let me know I'm not losing more than 4 pounds of pressure in 1 minute. But when I get to 60, my ABS light should start dinging and beeping. You know what I'm saying? So now I didn't lose more than 4 pounds of pressure in 1 minute. So now I'm at 60. I'm going to start applying pressure on my brake, and my light I should hear the noise and I should see my brake light come on. Then now after that, I'm gonna start applying pressure. Now my emergency brake and parking brake should pop out around 40 to 30 pounds of pressure. So when my emergency brakes pop out around 30 pounds of pressure. After that, when those pop out, then I will start my truck back up. So now I will start my truck back up, and I will get out. No, I will start my truck back up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my RPMs in between 12 to 1400 RPM to make sure the air compressor and governor keeps up with my motor. Right? Now, when I get to 85 pounds of pressure, I'm going to set another timer, and I want to see how many seconds it takes to get from 85 pounds of pressure to 100 pounds of pressure. And when it's usually going to be 16, so it'll level out at 100. After that, what I'll do is boom, it should be around 16 pounds of pressure, usually 40, but they say it levels out at 16. So after that, what I'll do then is let my air pressure build up to normal pressure, which should be 120 pounds of pressure. After I get into 120 pounds of pressure, I will get out and unchalk my wheels, because now I'm ready to do my brake test, trailer brake test. I'm ready to do my parking cab brake test, and yeah, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna unchalk my wheels, boom. So now, my brakes is already applied, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna chalk my wheel. Now I get back in, now I'm ready to do my test. So now what I'll do is put my hand on the clutch, my foot on the clutch, and then I'm gonna do my brake test. So what I'll do is boom, and I'll hold the clutch in, brake basically, push my trailer brakes, parking brake, cab brakes in. I'm gonna test my trailer brakes first. So boom, gear, I put it in gear. I'll lug off easy just to make sure the brake's still snug. Okay, boom, my trailer brakes work. Now I'll push that in, I will release my trailer brakes, and I'll pull my parking brakes, and I'll lug off those easy, long as it lug. Okay, my parking brakes work. Now I'll release both of those, and I'm going to check make sure my steering wheel don't go 10 degrees to the left or 10 degrees to the right to make sure don't play in the wheel. So now what I'll do for this test is make sure both of the brakes release. I'll ease off of the brake and the clutch, and I'll let the truck roll for maybe 5 miles per hour for a couple of feet, and then I will basically push the clutch and push the brake and make sure the wheel don't go 10 degrees to the left or the right. Then I'll go on the right, I will go on the reverse to do the same thing. Boom. Now I have completed my end cap. So now I'll put the thing back in, put the truck back in neutral, then I'll apply both of my brakes. And I'm ready and I'm done. I have done my end cap and I have done my pre-trip inspection.
Every day they can't ride my wave. Filling up the set, they can't ride my wave.
$20 for the T, 200 for my J's. But that jewelry on my T, it cost me 60K. 2-day run on the road, it felt like 60 days. Soon as I got off that bitch, we ran up 60 blades. Instantly the prices drop out here, you know what's up with me. Hating niggas tryna shop, you know you don't fuck with me. Pull up, I take up 2 spots.
That's us in front the club.
We high, you not, you trash. That's worth the Bubba Dub. I know they don't like me. I'm gon' keep on put it in they face. I know they don't like me. I'm gon' keep on put it in they. I know they don't like me. I'm gon' keep on put it in they face. I got houses everywhere. Can't no bitch put me in my place. LV on me, GG on me, DD on me, ABC, 4G's on it, Candy on it. I love.
Hey, Sugar Man. It's long overdue, nigga. It's yours truly, the big homie Baby. Tapping all the way in. We talking that yank, Nick. Gillette, Illinois, to the motherfucking world. Yeah. 901 Bike Life. Chicago was popping, nigga. Let's get it.
A lot of y'all been hitting me up, wanna know how I've been doing lately.
Hey, Sugar Man, we going down through that, nigga. Don't play with this shit. Don't play with this shit. Don't play with him, nigga. Big box Chevy rider, nigga. Skirt!
A lot of y'all been hitting me up, wanna know how I've been doing lately. I've been doing great, crab legs and steaks still on my plate. Don't need your loving.